leaving behind children.
Arnab, it is inarguable. It is inarguable, according to me, in law and in fact, and even on any principle of equity and justice, that you should not only subject a person to the sentence of death, but then give him additional torture every day for the next 15
years. With respect to you again.
And I want to know why was this debate not raised at the time when the Supreme Court delivered its judgment nearly 6 weeks ago, and it led to the death penalty being reviewed and substituted and remitted for
now, Mr. Jethmalani,
for 15 other persons.
Yes, Mr. Jethmalani, I remember that, and I remember. No, I remember. I was there.
Why is it being raised just because this happens to be Mr. Rajiv Gandhi?
No, Mr. Jethmalani. No, that's not the point.
Why have you not raised it before? Why have you?
I am raising it now.
Why did you not?
So I am raising it now.
Why did you not object to
and
the
I'm
Supreme
asking
Court
you,
judgment when it was delivered?
No, I'm asking
you. Know that I had to argue.
I am asking you, Mr. Jethmalani.
Please listen.
Mr. Jethmalani, listen to me for one question.
Listen. I'm sorry. First, listen. First, listen. What I want you to listen to is that I had only to tell the Supreme Court that 6 weeks ago you have delivered this judgment. It's a 3-judge bench judgment. It is binding on everybody until that judgment is reviewed. Under that judgment, all that I have to tell you is that under the previous judgment, about 15 persons' sentences of death were substituted by life imprisonment. The facts of this case are more telling.
I am talking. No, Mr. Jethmalani. I am talking about the assassination of a Prime Minister of India. I'm talking of an extraordinary situation.
So what?
And what do you mean, so what?
The law can't.
What, tomorrow? No, tomorrow.
The law
tomorrow.
Make any
Mr. Jethmalani.
And the death of an ordinary individual.
Mr. Jethmalani, that's fine.
I don't allow this kind of an argument to take place.
Well, Mr. Jethmalani, allow me with your permission. With your permission, you have spoken in favor of commuting.
Of the highest order.
You have allowed me.
That is why I say that you did not
Mr.
object
Jethmalani,
to the main judgment which was delivered 6 weeks
now,
ago.
Mr. Jethmalani,
but you are now objecting to the judgment because Mr. Rajiv Gandhi is involved. Because everybody has got.
Now, Mr. Jethmalani, what you're doing is that with your aggression, like a road roller, you are running over my questions, but I will not allow you to squish them in any case. My question to you is, take a question, Mr. Jethmalani. Take a question, Mr. Jethmalani. Take a question.
Following the technology which you adopt usually.
Take a question, Mr. J. Who am I to ask anything inappropriate to you? Yeah. You have spoken, and this is an important point, and let the others come in. You see, you have spoken in favor of commuting the death sentence to Devinder Pal Singh Bhullar.
I am prepared to hear everybody.
His execution, Devinder Pal Singh Bhullar, his execution was stayed by the Supreme Court on January 31st. Then there is Balwant Singh Rajwana, sentenced to death in the case of the assassination of former Punjab Chief Minister Beant Singh. Now, my question is, all these cases by arguing for the commutation of death sentences for alleged murderers and assassins, what is the precedent you are setting? You are setting a precedent where tomorrow, anyone who is a potential assassin, who knows that I can be protected, I can be protected by a politically vocal constituency. So I will carry out an assassination, then get a politically vocal constituency to make this a political issue, put pressure to delay the case, and escape the news many years later.
To help these people who have assassinated their great icon of great prime ministership of this country, then they deserve this fate.
Subramnian Swamy, is Mr. Jethmalani trying to brush aside a very important argument there of the precedent this sets?
Well, first of all, Jethmalani is probably one of the most eminent trial court lawyers, but we are not here in a trial court. We are here to debate what is essentially a national issue. Now, fact of the matter is that the judgment that he quotes, which is binding on us, actually talks about inordinate delay and taking into the total facts of the situation. Now, when there is a crime of passion, and then there is a lot of time passed, the person recants, well, those things can be taken into account. But here are three hard-boiled criminal killers who killed Rajiv Gandhi because they don't like his policy. and that policy was adopted by the Parliament of
But
India.
he says
Who
they were
are
tortured
there to
anyway.
decide India's policy.
He says they were tortured anyway. And the Supreme Court in its January 21st
What do you mean
judgment,
by
which he quotes.
tortured? What do you
Which
mean
he
by
quotes.
tortured? 18 people were
By the delay.
killed along with Rajiv Gandhi.
No, no,
They
no.
were police. What is the torture there? They are hard-boiled characters.
I'm quoting the
There's
court
no
judgment.
torture. They enjoyed 16 years.
I'm quoting the court judgment, Aryama Sundaram. I'm quoting the court judgment, 21st January
Therefore, we
judgment.
appeal.
No, they say keeping a convict in suspense of his eventual fate can cause agony and create adverse physical conditions, and therefore the court cannot ignore the delay caused to the convict while keeping in mind the gravity of the sentence. In other words,
These are not ordinary convicts. They are convicts who have committed a crime against the nation.
an
You say
assassination.
zero tolerance. Where is your zero tolerance?
And in which country would they get away? In which country?
Exactly.
In which country,
Except
Aryama
by
Sundaram, would they get away in the way that Rajiv killers have?
They will get away.
Can I answer you, Arnab?
Yes.
If everyone would allow me,
Yes.
I can answer you. You're asking me in which country would they get away. I say in every single country where there is no death sentence. And let me
No, no.
tell you, that's the
Yes.
majority of countries today. They would get away in England, they would get away in Germany, they would get away in all these countries.
But we have a
because
death
they do
penalty,
not
right?
have
So
death
let's talk in the
sentences.
parameters of what we
allow
have.
me. Look, allow me to complete my sentence, and I will say. So there's no question of which country will let them. Let's forget this hyperbole. It's lovely political talk. It's lovely, great talk from the ramparts. But let's not make the statement, which country will they get away? Oh my God, we'll have terrorism overnight, every day, if we allow them to get away. So of course in England, how much terrorism is there? How much terrorism is there in Germany, in France? But there they don't have a death sentence. So that is not the
but
issue.
this is not a debate on the death
issue really
sentence.
is this is really the issue, that it has been held by the Supreme Court, which is following a precedence of a long line of judgments, which says that after you have been convicted and you have been sentenced to death, if there's a delay in implementation of the
You
death
tell me.
sentence, and a person lives
But
under fear of death every
why
single
was there a
day,
delay?
It is an assault.
Why
Allow me to
was
finish.
there a
It's
delay?
An assault on his right under Article 21
No,
of the
no,
Constitution.
no, it's an
And
assault.
Since there is a
My-
delay,
I argue.
Therefore, it is commuted because
No, no.
it cannot be punished
No, okay,
twice,
okay,
three,
so-
4 times for the same offense.
No, Aryaman Sundaram, what if I argue, I am a citizen of India, my Prime Minister has been assassinated. But the gravest threat to the nation is the assassination of my Prime Minister. Therefore, you have also, by delaying the case, the beneficiaries of the delay is the person who is accused and the convict. And
So
the
who
people
has
who have,
delayed?
no. The
Who
people
has
who are
delayed?
affected
It
by
is
the
the
delay are the
government
1
of
billion
India
people
which
of India. 1 billion people of India whose
government
agony
of
over the
India let
assassination
down
of their
the
Prime
people in
Minister
that
and the
case.
absence of justice stays. What about the people of India and their
Can I
sentiments?
answer you?
Yes.
Can I answer you?
Yes, please.
There are 2 answers to you. The first answer is that who delayed? It was the government of India which delayed and therefore affronted a person's fundamental
Political
rights.
parties
That is
delayed.
Number 1. Wait a moment. Number 2, the more important factor
All right,
is
they
this.
delayed.
You are
But
yes, they
talking
delayed.
about, you are
Yes,
talking about the,
delayed.
allow me to finish please. Please allow me to finish. The second most important aspect is, you are talking about the Prime Minister died, you are affronted, I am affronted, therefore it should be retribution. Agreed.
Not
In which
retribution,
case,
justice.
Someone's husband is killed. Wait a moment.
Justice.
Somebody's husband is killed, should be retributed. Somebody else's father is killed, he should be retributed. In other words, why make this rarest of rare case? Let's make every single murder punishable with a death sentence.
Sir,
Where are we going? What are we talking about? What is the difference between commuting in the case of Mr. X and Mr. Y?
You tell
when
me.
the reason
No,
of
Subramnian Swamy
commutation
says.
is delay.
No.
And the
Subramnian
standard of
Swamy
delay is both same in both.
1 second. 1 minute. Subramnian Swamy says.
I can tell.
Yes, Subramnian Swamy.
Allow
I
the
can
man
tell.
to make his point, for God's sake.
Subramnian Swamy.
I want to say that these 3 killers did not know Rajiv Gandhi personally. They killed him not because he did any personal harm to them. He executed a policy which the Parliament of India passed, whether they liked it or not. They have no right to come to our
let us not
country
go into that
and
question,
then
Swamy,
on
for
the
God's
election time kill
No,
him.
no,
in
Mr.
this
Swamy,
cold blood
Mr.
in which
Jethmalani says
12,
don't go into
18
that question.
policemen also died.
No, Mr.
So therefore I am saying this is a crime against the nation. It cannot be compared with any other murder.
Yes, Mr. Jethmalani, I give you the last word. You were telling Mr. Subramnian Swamy not to go into that area. Which area? He's raising a legitimate area. This is a crime against the nation. The nation's politicians let down the people of India by denying justice.
It's not a crime against the nation. It is and listen, the Supreme Court itself has acquitted the accused of an offence under the TADA. They said this is a matter of personal revenge for personal wrong done. Now let me understand, and I want you to understand what has happened in this case, which people ignore. And Mr. Swamy may have a soft corner for Rajiv Gandhi, but please understand this, that Rajiv was the person who invited Prabhakaran to Delhi, treated him as a state guest.
So he had to be assassinated for that.
Gave him money.
He had to be assassinated for that.
Thereafter he said
he had to be assassinated for that.
To kill them. And and our forces went and killed the few people there.
I can argue that what Rajiv Gandhi did. No, I can argue that what Rajiv
against Mr. Rajiv Gandhi.
I can argue that what Rajiv Gandhi did was in the national interest at that point of time. That does not justify.
This is what I don't like about you. Please, if you want to hear an answer, then hear it, and don't interrupt it.
Okay, sir, I won't interrupt you, but I was only saying. 1 minute. Okay, let's have a last word from Subramnian Swamy. Yes, Dr. Swamy.
Well,
yes, Dr. Swamy.
I think that I think this judgment that has been given is a wrong judgment, and it needs to be reviewed. It should be subject to curative petition. We shouldn't let go. And I can say that this judgment remains. Then no Indian politician who has any statesman quality will ever take a policy which will harm somebody or the other. He has to act in a manner in which the country stands by him.
Okay.
Mr. Rajiv Gandhi had committed no offense, and to then forget about his sacrifice and say these people are agonized, they are murderers, hard-boiled criminals. There is no question of agony. They got 16 years free. They should be grateful to the Indian state for that.
Okay, Ram Jethmalani has left the debate. Aryama Sundaram, Subramnian Swamy, thank you for joining me on debate number 1 on the verdict of the Honorable Supreme Court of India in the Rajiv Gandhi killer case. Thank you very much.